Hey guys, uh, I'm just going to go over a few of the Guardian builds and where and when I use them in World v World. Because I like to switch it up every now and again. I know I don't really make a lot of videos on the different specs, but yeah, I'm usually roaming on WIllbender. So here it's a 1v2. I go for the Scrapper because he doesn't have Shroud, and one shot on the Reaper would be harder. So I pop my shield, pop my stab because I know the Reaper's going to freeze me, get the safe stomp, and then I just try and keep using my mobility, my little port to heal. I got interrupted though, try and do a little burst, but yeah, I'm not going to finish this Reaper. A warrior comes in, so break's done, and pop my invuln and try and get out of there. I'll switch to my defensive set, try and land my focus 4 on the Reaper, but I miss it. So I pop my Shield of Wrath and teleport in, hoping it would explode and hit him, which it does. Doesn't crit though. But luckily the warrior hit my mace 3 for a big 6k burst on the Reaper. So I pop my symbol, they decide to fight me on the symbol. It was doing a lot of damage, managed to finish them both. So WIllbender has such good mobility, it's got a good amount of defences. It's not S tier, not like Reapers and most other Necros at the minute, but it's the best you're going to get for roaming. So what you want to do as WIllbender is split them off, so he drops down, I can use my ports to get back up, finish off that Reaper, but I can't get the Stomp, because that Scourge is just going to keep dropping shades. It's going to do some Lich autos on the down. The down's got his poison field, so I'm just going to do what WIllbender does best. I'm just going to focus on the down, come in, out until he's dead. Just try to play it a bit safe, because if I was to stand here, that Necro would just keep putting his shades, keep condies on me, fear me. So he's dealt with. Now onto the Scourge. I mess up my sword 5 because he had Aegis, so I didn't get the mob. Switch to all my defensives, put my Shield of Wrath up, try to port in for the explosion, but he hits it too many times, so I don't get the explosion and the damage. But I absorbed 3 hits. So he's standing in a whole pile of red, so I don't want to go in yet. I'm going to wait for him to come out, which he does. I fail my blind, but I get the sword burst off. I walk into this on purpose because I wanted to pop my Contemplator of Purity, but I didn't get as much boons as I hoped. But boons are boons. I've got my shield up, got my burst up, and the more boons I have, the more damage I have, so it's a win. For this matchup, I am in a party, and that is where WIllbender excels. So with this build, I am full damage, spear, no cleanse, nothing, just all out damage. So I'm relying on my teammate to absorb some of the hits while I run away. I went in there, downed the warrior. He got back up at a vengeance, but you'll see him die in the background, so he's okay. So I've got ready 1. So while the Necro was tanking, I try and get back in this core Necro, but yeah, he's too tanky. He was in Shroud, couldn't get him. So I have went for a full reset, while poor Steph here is tanking 4 of them. But I'll help him in a minute. He's doing fine. I'm just gonna bide my time, wait for the right moment. I notice the Necro is overextending by far, so he's looking just out of Shroud. Pop my stab. This is the perfect time to pop in because he can't tank in Shroud because he can't go back in. F3 on top of the heal guard and just burst him down. And that is the perfect teamwork for WIllbender. Just full damage, go right ahead. And here, for example, in a party, EBG fight, there's a down, I go in, take advantage of the down, just all my damage I can. I get 3 or 4 downs, pour it in to try and finish them off. My teammates notice it, they come in. I've done 150k damage in like 3 seconds, and we continue on, we push down and win that fight. Here is a small guild group that was roaming around. So my Necro here is engaging, and I surprise them, come in, full damage burst, and the full guild group is dead instantly. It's crazy. But if you can get away with just being left alone to do damage, WIllbender is scary. So, Dragonhunter, I don't really use it other than making meme videos. The skill level you need to be a successful Dragonhunter is just insane. And I just don't see me have it. Not anymore, since they got rid of Trapper Rune, which is annoying. But you can meme on thieves hard with this one-shot build. As you can see, he just one of them even just ported over the trap and died. But I wouldn't suggest using it for any permanent kind of roaming. But you can just take advantage of people not paying attention. Like this guy, he thought it was going to be an easy fight. He just walked into the trap and just got annihilated. But I do use Dragonhunter. This is a recent thing since I've started doing more Zerg stuff. Is just a stability tank Dragonhunter for Zerging. So instead of playing Firebrand, if it was too hard, because it's a lot of buttons to press, you can play this instead. All you're doing is absorbing hits with your F3, you're making sure your party has lots of stab. Every utility skill is a stab skill, plus your F3. So you're popping Aegis on people, you're providing them lots of stab, you're tanking hits for them, you're doing a little bit of healing with your shield, with your shield 4, your staff 4. Yep. So yeah, this is an entry level build into Zerging if you wanted to use it. It's very simple. There's very little buttons. You can just F2 on top of people to clear condies and heal them for a big burst. I think it's like a 4k heal on your F2 for 5 people for your party. But yeah, unlike Firebrand where you've got all your different tome skills where you're popping in and out, this build is just when your guys need stab, pop one of your stab buttons. If they need healing, just do what I did there. Just do your staff 4. It's got 600 range, so you don't need to be exactly on top of them. And yeah, you just stay on top of the commander, just keep dropping them heals and that stab. It's just a really beginner friendly build for Zerging. I do a lot of damage builds for Romans, so when I'm in Zergs, I tend to actually like to play the support role. So this one is super easy for everybody. Yeah, as you can see, just keep rolling around, healing, making stab. Other teams say GG, and that is GG. So here we are roaming on a Selly Firebrand, and I'm now versus a Conde Zerker and a Conde Firebrand as well. So this isn't the best build for roaming, but I do enjoy playing it. The best way to do this is try and find somewhere narrow, or try and find something like this bridge to fight around, because you want to keep them in your AoE. Your F1 is a big AoE, big burning field, and you want them to fight on top of that. So you want to have a bit of cover for the walls and stuff, and you want them to stick as close to you as possible, and you just drop your AoEs. So as you can see, I'm just trying to like interrupt them, drop my big fire field. Luckily a WIllbender comes in here, helps me out, but I'm pretty sure I would have got that WIllbender, Firebrand down anyway. So that just leaves us this Conde Zerker, which is absolutely ridiculously busted at the minute. But hey ho. But as you can see, he's 2v1, he's got his big heal off. But yeah, the same applies no matter what you're doing. Just try and keep him close to this, keep him in your AoEs, and it's game over for him. So here we have the same thing with a Selly Harbinger. I pop my F3 bubble, it saves me from getting shot for the guards, it saves me from getting shot by the Harbinger. I'm fighting on the corner, getting them all huddled up. I start heading towards this house, because I was like, I'll use this house for cover. But I notice that he's low, port in, drop my interrupt, drop my AoE burning, and that's it. They are usually pretty hard to beat, but yeah, he just played right into the corner. Now, we're playing in a group here, and the Selly Firebrand is excellent in group play. Much like the WIllbender, it thrives off group play. So the Necro gets a down here, so I just drop all my fire fields. As soon as all these guys go to heal him, everybody's burning, everybody's melting. The AoE burns is ridiculous. I have mobs that I can mob them in there, I can interrupt them and pull them into my fire fields, and it's the best thing for a Selly Firebrand is if somebody gets a down, you just unload all your flames on it. You'll just start melting people. So another thing you can do in a group is heal Firebrand, which is kind of tricky. It's like playing a piano. All your tomes, try to keep an eye on everybody's health. So here we have a group fight. I'm trying to keep everybody alive. The best advice is just stay on the commander. Just drop all your stuff on him. If anybody dies out with that, that's their own fault, because they should be on the commander. Your focus is to keep him alive. Where he goes, you should go. So I'm focusing all my efforts trying to heal him. Everybody's doing really well, making my life easier by sticking on top of him. I pop a reflect here to try and do damage back at the enemy, then absorb some of the hits. So we're kind of getting pushed back, but the commander decides to turn in, go for a push. So I can get an interrupt, drop a fire field, do some might, keep everybody stabbed up, do some cleansing. You just need to keep an eye on that cleanse bar. Unfortunately my mantra's done, but you can pop your F2 and then press 5 and 2, that clears a lot of condies. And yeah, he's making a big push. I was a bit far behind here, that was my bad, but everybody's doing okay. Just make sure they're all topped up with stab. I noticed one of them's getting low, so I tried to dodge towards him for a burst heal, because I heal on dodge, but that means I cancelled my mantra of cleansing, which is... But we get a minute, we get to charge it up, we get a little bit of rest behind this stump before everybody regroups and charges again. So yeah, my mantras are back. I've still got stab options, which when I press F3 gives everybody stab. So I do that now. I see a ranger or someone, so I pop the bubble so it reflects. Aegis, resistance, more stab, and yeah, try to do more healing, cleansing. Just try to stay on top of the commander, try to keep everybody alive, protect them with the bubble, put them in the shield. This guy goes down, but it's fine, we can get the quick res. And yeah, they're still trying to push us, but we make the push, and they're too far for their keep to get back, so we just kind of cleared them up. And the guy in the distance trying to run away, I get him with the F1 pull. Excuse me. So yeah, he tries to run, but F1 pull, and the guys just clear it up, and that's small scale Firebrand work. It's pretty hard, but and here we have some Zerg heal stuff. This really is stay on top of the commander, drop everything. It's a lot harder than the Dragonhunter build. There's a lot more buttons and you need to do a lot more stuff. While also providing stab, you need to provide a lot more cleanse, you have stun breaks, you provide more Aegis, you do a lot more healing. You do a lot more group might with F1 and blast stuff. There's a lot going on, but it is worth it. If you become a good Firebrand in a Zerg, you're never not going to be left out of a Zerg. Everybody likes a good Firebrand, and it can make the difference in a fight. So as you can see, just try stick in the middle of the fight, drop my resistance, Aegis, heals, just spamming it. Luckily the commander's really good. But yeah, one of the best things is that F3 bubble, like the third skill. It does so much reflex, it helps the team out a lot. Especially when you're on Burn Brand, because every hit they give themselves from it, it's burning. So here we just pop the F1, then we do the 4 skill and the 2 skill to blast it, and it gives the group might. And recharging our cleanse mantra, our heal mantra, and yeah, just your AoE stab there, right on top of the commander, where he wants to fight, right in the wells. Just keep cleansing, keep a given Aegis, and yeah, the fight's pretty much over. That's it. But yeah, just stay on the commander, you'll get heals from others, you're giving others heals, you're giving them boons, stab. It's, yeah. So, if you're not in a Zerg, but you want to help, this is the kind of build. So you can run the Celestial Firebrand, but just use staff in the bubble, and yeah, just keep dropping all the burns in the middle of that group. Look at that damage. You're not in a party, you're just doing your own thing. You're at a distance because you have staff and you have scepter. So just keep range, let all the others run around, die, fight. Just you stay back, you pop your all your burns from a distance. And as I said before, that F3 bubble, that completely shreds people if they're not paying attention while you're on Burn Brand. Yeah, just keep dropping your Purging Flames in there, your Reflect Wall. Give yourself some might with the staff, and just keep popping that symbol, because with the build, every third hit causes burning rather than every fifth. So that's why the Reflect Walls are good, the bubble's good, your symbols are good because they tick for quite a bit. And just give yourself stab just at the right time as that Dragonhunter trap came in there. So you've like the new focus rework is really good for this sort of stuff because it's now an AoE, so you can get 5 targets with that. Same with the scepter, you walk in there, drop your big F1 thing, and they're all dead. We have a little meme build that I like to use. I just call it Tower Defender, and it's just a core guard, and just wait to see how fast it melts like siege stuff. Like everybody's dropping their like 12-15 stacks of burning. It just melts stuff. So yeah, I like to use this when stuff's under attack just to see how it goes. But it's kind of a total meme, but it is really funny to use, and it does melt stuff. So all their siege is done. They're kind of running around like headless chickens. They don't know what to do, and they decide, let's build more. So I'm okay with that. You guys can regroup, you can build more siege, and I'll just drop all that burns on there again. So there they go. That's it starting to being built. Charge up some might, drop in some burning, some vulnerability, try and immobilize guys, drop that. Everything's just burning and melting. It's such a good little defender of towers. So our guys are coming in, we're starting to clear them up a bit. I would not recommend leaving the tower with this. Even though I do, I would not recommend it because you are pretty squishy. You have very little defensive stuff. So your job is just to sit in the tower and just try and burn people to death. And you find like a down, I dropped in too late, he got back up, which is quite annoying. And as you can see, I need to get back inside. I just need to get back inside, away from all the action, because this is very much a ranged thing. But yeah, they're dropping, just dropping lots of burns on them. And a core guard for the win. It just melts siege. That's where it excels. You need to be very careful about getting pulled off the tower though. But that's why you'll see me pop stab first so I don't get pulled. So here we go. I'll charge up some might, pop some stab, get some the sword of justice there, get the contemplation. What's it called? Purging flames. There you go. But yeah, as you can see, you just drop all your AoEs on stuff. It's just absolutely melting everything. I accidentally popped my F1 button here. You should never do that, because when that's on cooldown, you're not doing passive burnings, which is very annoying. So now that it's back up, it's fine. I can go back to burning stuff again. And yeah, just look, it's just melting everything. As long as you've got stab and you know, or your invuln's up, so when you do get pulled off, you can pop it. It's a siege killing monster. It just destroys stuff. So this is a little build I like to meme on. But yeah, that's me pretty much covered every spec, I think. And this is the builds I use in World v World for different situations. So hope you enjoyed it. Cheers guys, bye.